Do you want awesome looking rust like this, or this? We'll be using Rust by Dirty Down. Leave it in some warm water for a couple of minutes, and then give it a good shake. Then we're going to paint straight from the pot. Make sure to use an old brush for this because it can be quite damaging to them. Put the majority of the paint in the recesses or areas which would likely build up rust over time. Then we're going to be using water to reactivate the paint and to take it off areas which we want to retain the highlights in. This is quite similar to using an oil wash. We want to take away the paints from the highlights. We also want to push some of the paint upwards during this bit, using a dried out brush. This paint can be reactivated at any time using water, so just be careful not to get your models caught out in the rain. And once you're happy with how it looks, you should have something like this. Here's a Necron we painted in a previous video, and I know some people say Necrons can't rust, but this one sure can. This is a great way to elevate the previous paint job to looking a bit more grimdark. For Necrons I like to focus on the joints and the spine. This technique is also great to elevate terrain pieces. To do this I use a large old brush and paint over the whole terrain piece. When it comes to taking the paint off with water, I like to pull upwards, that way adding streaking effects. This time lapse shows how satisfying this paint can be to work with. It's important to note that you can't use a varnish after applying this paint because it can ruin the effect. This paint looks absolutely fantastic, but just be aware it can come off through use. And there we have it, a quick, easy and awesome looking rust effect.